Hello everybody, it's Wendy and today we're going to open two of the cutest little mini mixes from Jesse James Beads. These are Easter mixes and then we're going to make something from them. So first of all, our encouraging word for today is live in the moment. All right. These are adorable. Okay, so this is March Hare and this is Bunny Hop, and I haven't looked at either one of them yet. Do they have tape on this? I don't know. No, they don't. Thank goodness. Okay, so this is the Bunny Hop. Let's see. Oh my goodness. These are adorable. Look at these little bunnies. They're flocked. Like they are soft. How cute. There's 3 of them in there. So if you want to do a pair of earrings and a pendant. Look at these. Oh my gosh. Adorable. I'm just dying here. These are so cute. Look at these little bunny charms. Oh my goodness. So cute. Telling you, Jesse James Beads, they do it right. They bring out the cuteness. And these little carrots. Adorable. Wow. Look at that. And then we just have some beautiful beads. So these sparkly, oh, these are so pretty. Sparkly rondelles in a blue, really light blue, just beautiful pastel. These are cool. What are these? Oh, these are super cool. So these are like faceted on the edges and flat on the sides. I've never seen one shaped like this. That is really cool. Those are awesome. And then we have a bunch of others, like little, some crystals, of course. Little tinier crystals. I love these little ones right here. So cute. And some metals, some rondelles. Just a great little mix here. So that is Bunny Hop. Love it. And this is March Hare. Let me cut this one open. Scoot this back here just to try to keep it separate so I don't end up with not knowing what I've got where. So let's cut this guy open. This is the March Hare. H-A-R-E, not H-A-I-R. Okay, so here we have it. Oh, I love these. What are these? Little mother of pearl. Oh, those are so cute. Oh my goodness. They're like mother of pearl shell. They don't have a hole drilled, so you'll have to hang them like from the ear. But they are so cute. Oh my goodness, they're adorable. Wow, we're gonna have fun. What am I gonna do with these little guys? I have to use them. They're too cute not to. Wow. Okay, so those have got to be used on whatever we do today. These are just some beautiful crystals here. Look at the cut on this. English cut crystal. It's beautiful. Wow. And then a bunch of silvers, like some pretty little flowers here. Oh, these are like little rhinestone. Oh, these are pretty. Those are super pretty. Look at that. Very pretty. We've got some rondelles in here, like a moonstone or opal looking. Just a pretty mix. And then look at this little rabbit pendant. Let me scoot this out of the way. This is so cute. This little rabbit pendant. Oh, it's on a complete chain with a lobster and everything. Look at that. That's adorable. No, we wouldn't do that, but that would be so, so cute. All right, so we've got Bunny Hop and March Hare. So let me figure out what we're going to do, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's what we've got. We're going to do a 3-strand bracelet. So I have 2 strands of bead-along 19-strand bead stringing wire, and this is in the color satin silver. So it's kind of almost a whitish looking piece there. And I've got, let me see how much. I have about 16 inches. You probably don't need that much, but I'm paranoid about not having enough, so that's what I got. Okay, and then we have the four little bunnies that are so cute. We have some chain reaction. This is available on Jesse James Beads website. It's a silver chain and it's got some pinkish looking crystals. We've got, so the two larger clear beads from the March Hare mix. These little silver beads from the March Hare mix. The little flowers that are center drilled, these white little rondelles, and these 4 pieces from the Bunny Hop mix, okay? These 4 sparkly rondelles. I've got a 12mm ring. It's an open ring, but it doesn't have to be. I have, well, yeah, actually it is better if it is an open ring. I have a lobster claw clasp. I have 2 crimp beads. These are 2x2 crimp beads and 2 clamshell connectors. And then I have some of the pearls, the tiny little pink rondelles, the pink rectangles. These crystals are from the March Hare mix. These are all from the Bunny Hop. So I've just, and the sparkly silver rondelle. So you can string this up however you want it, but that's kind of how I'm going to do it. And then I've got some jump rings. I need to grab some jump rings, let me say. And I'm going to try, these are all going to be too small. Let me pull out my, so this is my silver jump rings that I have not sorted. They need sorted. I haven't done it. I might try to see if they will fit in on this one. This is an 8mm, I think. Let me see if these these little bunnies will fit on here, because if they will, that would be good. I'm just going to hang them from a jump ring. They're super cute, and I think that their little ears, if I hang it from one ear, it's going to hang kind of lopsided, which is kind of what I want. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, so these are some little 8mm jump rings. I'm not sure where they even came from, but anyway, I need to sort through that jump ring container and sort them all out. Not going to happen anytime soon, I can tell you that right now. Okay, so I've got a couple more of these that I may use, not sure. Everything else, I mean, I have these I could use too, but I'm just not sure. But, you know, we can pull more in if we need it. So we're just going to string it up. It's very simple. I have about a 7-inch, 6.5 to 7-inch wrist. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the chain reaction here. Now, I would like for one of the beads to be in the middle. So you just kind of have to measure how you want it to be on your own wrist. So let's see here. We need to take this off first. This is the split ring that comes on it. I don't really need that on there right now. I'm going to use this other jump ring. So let's take the split ring off. And that section would be perfect, but that's going to be way too big. So I'm going to have to go about halfway in between on both sections. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, if you can see, this has 1, 2, 3, 4 swirls and then a rondelle. 4 swirls and a rondelle. So I'm going to take these 2 swirls off this end, just like that, and save those because you can use them for other things. And then these 3 rondelles, so I'm going to come up here and cut the same. Okay, so here's what I have. I have 2, a rondelle, 4, and a rondelle, and I think that's pretty close to fitting me. I don't want it to be too tight, so we're going to go with that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our jump rings that we just had. What did I do with them? Oh, there they are. Okay. And we're going to hang the little bunnies. And the way I'm going to hang the bunnies is on either side of this pink one, okay? I'm going to come out to the, not the link that's connecting the pink one to the first thing, but the link that are connecting the next 2 together, like that. And I am going to hang them by their little ear, this little hole in their ear. You find the opening on this jump ring. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to take it, put this right through his ear. And I'm using the left ear on this bunny. And I'm going to go right through this middle link here, the link that is holding the two swirly pieces together. Okay, just like this. Close it up. These jump rings are strong. Okay, so when you pick it up, he hangs just kind of lopsided there. It's really cute. I'm going to do the same thing with the other bunny, except for I'm using his right ear. So they're going to hang kind of catty-cornered to each other. Okay, so we're just going to take his right ear, put the jump ring through, and it's a little fiddly. Go through this little ring in the middle, just like we did on the other one. Okay, just like that. That's cute. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the other two. I'm just going to come down to the next little loop, and I'm going to hang it from the opposite ear, so it kind of faces these. So with this guy, I'm doing the left ear, with this guy, the right ear. These little bunnies are just, they're really, really cute. And again, just going through that middle ring there. Okay, and closing it up. Same thing over here. His opposite ear from the other one. And right through there. Okay. Does not want to close up on me. And I actually just realized we're going to need 3 pieces of bead stringing wire, not 2. You'll see why here in just a second. So there they are. Super cute little dangly bunnies. That's going to be really cute on the outside of this bracelet. Yeah, I like it. Okay. So we're just going to set that aside for a minute. Now we're going to work on this next one. For this one, you're going to need 2 of the pieces of bead stringing wire. You're going to need a total of 3. I'm sorry, I should have realized that, but didn't think about it till just now. And I'm putting a bead stopper on this end, okay? So you're going to take your 2 wires, and the first thing we're going to do is just put one of these beads through both wires. And it has kind of a large hole, so it's easy to get through there. And then we're going to do this big clear bead, okay? Then we're going to do another of these little silvers, just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to separate our wires. So here's your top wire and your bottom wire, okay? We're going to take our top wire and we're going to go down through the top of this flower. The hole is in the center on these flowers. So top wire down through the top, bottom wire up through the bottom. Okay, just like that. And then just pull. And what it's going to do, it's going to lay your little flower flat, just like that. Okay, now we're going to take both strands again, and we're going to go through, I've got my beads all mixed up here. Let's see. What do I want to do? I'd kind of like to use this bead, and it's pretty. So let's go both strands through this little opal kind of moon looking bead. I don't know how to describe it, but that's pretty right there. Okay, so we got both of those through there. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take our strands, so just pull it up tight like that, and you're going to take your top strand and go down through the flower from the top, the bottom strand, and come up through the flower from the bottom. And it does not matter if your strands get crossed in here. It really doesn't matter. As long as you do one down through the top, one up through the bottom, it's going to lay your flower flat like you want it to be. Okay, so there it is. Just pull it up next to your other beads. And the wire's going to show. That's fine. That's the reason that we're using this satin colored. Just to, you know, it's going to show, and that's okay. We're going to take both through this rondelle. Just like that. And then we're going to go through our big rondelle. And then both through another of the small ones. Okay, just like that. Okay, now you can scoot all this up if you want, because, you know, you don't want it to be, I have to scoot it up because my wrist is small, and I want to fit as many beads as I can on here, but it's totally your own creative control how you want it to look. Okay, separate your wires. Take one top down through the top of your flower. Whoops. Top down through the top, bottom up through the bottom, just like this. Pull. Okay. Just pull it tight. And then we're going to go both through the white rondelle, through the large hole bead, and our next rondelle. Just like that. Okay. And I've bead bugged this, so if I don't need these on the end, I can take them off. But right now, I don't know how long, you know. So here we go again. Top wire down through the top of the bead. Bottom wire up through the bottom. Okay, what did I do? I looped that around somehow. Let's not do that. There we go. Got stuck inside there. Okay, and then we're going to go both through our rondelle, both through our large hole bead, and both through our rondelle. There we have it. Pull your wires. Okay, you can scoot those down if you want, or up. Okay, here we go again. Top through the top, down, and bottom from the bottom up. There it is. And then we've got both through the rondelle, both through the large hole bead, and both through this rondelle. Okay. And here's what we have so far. And this kind of makes these little center drilled flowers lie flat, so you can use them and see the pretty, you know, they're pretty sparkly on one side. So we want to use them like that. Okay. Now, we're going to go, same thing over here. Top down through this one. bottom up through it, like that. And now we have to do this same ending over here. So here's our flower. And now we've got the opal looking rondelle that we're going to take both through. Okay. Then we need another flower. So we'll go top down through and the bottom up through, pull. Okay. Then we're going to take both of them through the silver bead, just like this. Both of them through the clear bead, and both through one more silver bead. Okay, so here's what we've got. Now you can tighten it or loosen it as much as you need to. So let me see how it is going to go on me. And it's kind of might need a couple more beads. So let's see. Or I could loosen it a little. Let's see what other beads I've got though. I only have one more flower, so I can't use it. I have one more of those, so I can't use that. So let's see what else we have over here. I've got these guys and these pretty little blue ones. See, this blue I don't feel like is close enough to this blue. I don't know, maybe it is to go on the ends. It probably is to go on the ends. All right, so let's do that. Let's scoot this all up. That's the good thing. I didn't leave enough room at the end there, but you can scoot them all up. So let's do that because I'm going to need that end to be able to be clasped with. So let's scoot all these up. All our little flowers moving up the line. Okay. There we go. All right. Pull it tight. I'm going to take both of these through this guy. Just like that. Going to pull all this down tight, and then when I take both of these through this one, and then put the clasp on, that should be a decent length. Okay, so we're going through there. Now, let's pull this all up tight. I'm going to put my bead bug on again and just check it. Okay, so if everything's pulled down where I want it to go. Oops, I bead bugged it to the bead mat. And then I wrap around. Yeah, that's going to be a lot better because that's going to give me room to put the clasp on, but still have enough of, you know, the beading in the middle. So what I'm going to do here to end this one is I'm taking these two pieces right here, and I'm going to put them through the bottom of this clamshell connector, just like that, scoot it all the way down, and then I'm doing one crimp bead over both wires, okay? So scoot them all down, take your crimpers, or your regular chain nose pliers, you don't have to have crimpers for this, and you're just going to flatten that crimp bead. Flatten it firmly, give it a tug test. You don't want it coming loose, and it should be fine to crimp down on this and hold these two wires in place. Just flatten it really firmly, then close up your little clamshell connector. Okay? And then we're going to scoot all this up a little. Wow, it's pretty, isn't it? Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other end. We're going to take our clamshell connector, put this through, and the crimp, and then we're just going to crimp it down just like we did the other end. Firmly cut it off, and make sure you've got it crimped firmly, and then close this right up. You could put a dab of glue in there if you wanted to even, but I've never had a problem with these coming loose. They're pretty firm once you crimp them down. Okay, so there's our second strand. Look how pretty. Really, really sparkly and pretty. So let's lay that one up there with that one. And now we're going to string up this third one. And this is what I was telling you. You need your third piece of bead stringing wire that I totally forgot about. And this one we're just going to string it. It's going to be simple. So let's put a bead bug on one end. Get these two guys out of the way. Okay. And I'm just going to do a pearl. One of these little pink rondelles. And this one I'm just going to string up. I'm not doing anything fancy. Just going like this. So I've got a pearl, pink rondelle, rhinestone rondelle, pearl, rhinestone rondelle, pink rondelle. Let's see what else we want to use here. I think I'm going to do this rectangle bead. And then one of these, and this crystal. Then one of these spacers. Then this pink crystal. One of these spacers. A rectangle bead. And then I'm going to do a pearl again. Rhinestone rondelle, pink rondelle, rhinestone rondelle, and a pearl. I hope I have enough pearls for this. Okay, and then we'll do another pink rectangle. This guy, our pink bead, this guy, our other crystal, this guy, rectangle bead, and then we've got pink rondelle, rhinestone rondelle, okay, pearl, rhinestone rondelle. I'm just doing the same thing on the other end on this end that I did on the other end. Pink rondelle and pearl. And I do have one more pearl. Yay. Okay, now I think I have a couple more rondelles, and I may do another rhinestone rondelle and a pink one just to give me the length that I need. We'll see. Okay, so there's the one end. Yeah, it's gonna have to be, I'm gonna have to go a bit longer. So let's go to this end. There's what I've got so far. So I'm gonna do the rhinestone rondelle and the pink rondelle. Okay, so I need to make it even with this one. So I need a good, probably 2 inches still. So let's look and see what we've got here. I have another pink rondelle. I have these little clear, these are pretty too, these little clear ones from that other box. I have these that are kind of, I've got 2 of these metal ones left. And then I have some of these that are kind of like those might look good on there because of this one. So let's do that. So we've got all that. So let's go, this little, it's kind of got matte and shiny. They're cool looking. So we'll do that one. Let's do that one on the other side. Now, yeah, we still need some more length here. Okay, so we'll do a silver bead and this guy. On that end, same thing over here, silver bead. And this guy over here. We're still a tad short, so I do have these 2 left, so let's use one of those. And this guy. One of those and this guy. Okay. That's pretty close. My clamshell is giving those two a little extra room, so I may, do I have any? I have one more of those, so I can't use that. Oh yeah, there's two more. Okay, yeah, we'll just put one on each end and we're good. So there's one. Here is the other one. And that's going to give us our length. Okay, so here's our 3 pieces. I kind of want to put the blue one in the middle just because we've got pink here and pink there. And this one, I may have to take off. Yeah, I am. I'm going to have to take off the ends here. So let's cut this end off and this end off. And sometimes that's what happens. You get down to the end and you're like, oh, that's too big. So, all right, so now we're going to take our big jump ring. We're going to open it up. Oh, and we're going to crimp. Okay, so we need 2 more crimps. And if you wanted to use lobsters, or clamshells, which I may do, then I'm going to take these 2 beads back off. And I am going to do that. I'm just going to do the clamshell connectors and the crimp beads because that's so simple and it works so good. So let me put those back. And I don't use my crimp tubes for this. I just use regular crimp beads. So I'm just picking out 2 silver crimp beads. They're going to be covered up by the clamshell connector anyway. Okay. And then I'm going to grab out 2 of my clamshell connectors. And I think, did I leave that out? No, here it is. I used the antique silver. Yes, I did. So we've got 2 antique silver clamshell connectors here. Actually, I think I used these. Pretty sure I did. Yeah. Okay. So we're just going to do the same thing on this end that we did on the other end. I'm going to put that on there just so I don't lose it off. Okay, so we're going to take our clamshell and we're going to put it, that one doesn't have a hole in it. That's a problem. Okay, let's grab another one. All right. Come up through the middle. That one doesn't have a hole in it. Why do these not have holes in them? That is so weird. Okay, try number 3. Do these have holes? Yes. Okay. Weird, weird, weird. Okay. All right. So put the clamshell connector through your wire and put your crimp bead on. And just come on up here with your crimp and just mash it down firmly. Tug it. It's not coming undone. And close that clamshell connector up. All right, scoot all your beads down. We're going to do the same thing on this end. What the heck? What is going on? I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. That one has no hole in the bottom. I got a bunch of defective ones apparently because they have to have a hole in the bottom to work. Okay, there's that. I will actually probably poke a hole with a beading awl or something like that, but I don't want to do that on camera. I'll probably injure myself trying to do that, and we don't want that on camera. Okay, let's go ahead and crimp this down. So just make sure your beads, there's no gaps in between them, but you don't want them poker straight either. You want them to have a tad bit of movement, okay? So just crimp that down firmly. Again, you want it to be firm. It needs to be closed really, or crimped, or we're not even crimping, just smashing it down with your chain nose pliers, but you want it smashed down really good. Okay, and then cut it right off. Close up that clamshell, tug it. Okay. All right, so here's what we've got. We've got 1, 2, and 3. So we're gonna take our lobster now, or our 12 millimeter jump ring. Watch it not fit through that. It's not going to fit through that chain. Problems. Okay, so let me grab my jump rings again. This is what happens. There's one that should work. Well, that's more of a split ring. I don't want a split ring. Let me get a jump ring out that should work. We just need one that's kind of... There's one that should work. And a mate for it. That's not one. So I'm sorry. I should have figured that out beforehand and made sure, but I just was thinking that jump ring would fit through there, but it doesn't. So, and I can't seem to find two that are alike here in my big conglomeration of them either. There's two that are alike. Okay, we'll go with those. All right, so we're just going to take our jump ring, open it up, put our chain, clamshell connector, and clamshell connector. Now, I am going to hook this to a bigger one because, where's that one I had? The 12 millimeter. Well, I have lost him. Because I like to have a bigger one for the lobster to hook onto. So I'm going to hook it to a large one here. And then I'm going to make sure that large one is closed. Okay, so there's what we've got. Same thing on the other end. Take the jump ring. You can hook your lobster directly onto this jump ring if you want, or you can just do these. I'm going to go with my 3 strands first, and then put my lobster on. So I've got my 3 strands and then my lobster. Closing that back up. And here is what we have, a super cute little Eastery, dangly little bunny bracelet. That turned out really cute. What do you guys think? Very sparkly and pretty. Now, it's a little bit long for me, so if I wanted to, I could take this big jump ring off, which is probably what I'll do, and just use the little one. Yeah, that makes it fit better. And you can, you know, you can do these will flop around a little bit probably, but super cute and pretty quick and easy. I know this video has been kind of long, but that's my fault. So yeah, I really like this. Very Eastery. So check out jessiejamesbeads.com. They have some of the cutest little themed bead mixes and stuff, like these little bunnies. Look how cute they are. Just absolutely adorable. And it's flopping around all over. Floppy, flop, floppy, like Easter bunny. So I am going to put another big jump ring back on it. I like to, because if you do, it keeps these from flopping around quite so much. So like that strand should be, we've got our lobster here. So this blue strand is supposed to be in the middle. Now, if we do this right, put the blue strand in the middle, the other strand on top, and then we put our other clasp here, or our other ring here, then it can't cross over, if that makes sense. So if I take this ring, it doesn't have to be as big as the other ring that I had, but I can take this ring, and now that's going to stay. It's not going to cross over on your jump ring. I hope that makes sense. It's supposed to. All right, so here it is. Super cute little Eastery bracelet. I love it. Check out jessiejamesbeads.com for your chain reaction and all these wonderful little kits, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.